7 has entered the penultimate phase with 4 debaters standing. Lagos, Nigeria, meet your semi-finalists. Ajekigbe Mercy will face Adio Afolarin at 4 p.m. on Thursday. They will debate the topic. The PDP's 16 years in government did more harm to Nigeria than the APC's last 8 years. And at 5 o'clock, Ibitare Marvelous Kuku and Adikwetu Adenike will square up to each other on the topic. The Nigerian police force should be banned from wielding heavy weapons. I am Yvonne Okhaifo. Join Femi, Obong-Daniels and me from 4 p.m. on Thursday to catch the action. I Beg to Differ Season 7. 32 debaters now for one winner, 1 million naira. Sponsored by May Brands, supported by Obiwizi and Just Food. For sponsorship, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, a tournament of champions.
It's a long-standing statement that the journey of 1,000 miles begin with a single first step. When you take that step, you cross that line, well, you never know where the road will lead you. It's like a race. It's one step at a time from start to finish. This particular race, the I Beg to Differ Students' Debate Season 7. It's a race that is almost finished. So welcome to the final, before the final, on Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ Season 7. The losers from both matches will compete for the third place, the third place in the finals. And of course, we do know that the winners will go for the ultimate prize.
Indeed.
Going for glory. The good news is everybody you hear today have already qualified for the national finals. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. I'd like to say welcome to you. My name is Femi Obong-Daniels, and it's my distinct pleasure to once again introduce my colleague, friend, and co-anchor, Yvonne Okhaifo.
Thank you very much, Femi. Welcome, Lagos. This is the semi-final first match of the hour. Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ. We are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Like and share so that others can join the live streams. Many thanks to our sponsor, May Brands, who specialize in luxury watches and other fashion accessories. Our partners for this edition, Obiwizi and Just Food. Obiwizi is where you can get your gadgets, both brand new, pre-owned. You may wish to also trade in your older devices for newer models. May Brands, Just Delight rather, Just Food are the makers of Just Delight non-dairy ice cream. So if you're lactose intolerant, you need not fear. You can enjoy Just Delight non-dairy ice cream.
As to what to expect, we've said it time and time again. We might as well repeat it. The winner of I Beg to Differ Season 7, I Beg to Differ Student Debate Season 7, will receive 1 million naira, a GL G10 Pro tablet, a Green Lion folding laptop stand, a Green Lion 3-in-1 combo, a GP Pro gaming console, and a GL Pocket power bank. Second place finisher will receive 500,000 naira, a GL G10 Pro tablet, a Green Lion 3-in-1 combo, a GL Champion mini speaker, and a mini handheld fan. third place finisher will walk away with 250,000 naira, Green Lion Airbuds Pro, a Green Lion Smartwatch Ultra SE, a GL Champion Mini Speaker, and a mini handheld fan. All gadgets courtesy of Obi Weezy.
That's right. For sponsorship, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. Our judges are on standby. Judge Ajekigbe is the head of Department of Communications, Media and Cultural Studies at Pan Atlantic University. Ishama Raine is the head of Legal and Administration for AIM Group. Amabasi Ekove is the Program Officer at Budget Foundation, while Ufoma Egbamuno is the News Manager for Cool FM, Wazobia FM, and Nigeria Info. Meet our contestants now, Femi. Would you like to do us the honors?
Yes. Let's start for this 4 p.m. debate. Make welcome to the first contestant. She is 14 years of age. She is in SS2. Her school, Inglewood Academy, Ikorodu. Her name, Ajekigbe Mercy Eyitola. Welcome, Mercy. How are you doing?
Fine, sir.
It's good to have you join us.
Thank you, sir.
Brilliant. Are you ready for this?
Yes, sir.
All right. In the playoffs, Messi saw off Akuna Divine. The topic on that occasion was sex education should be mandatory in schools. In the round of 16, she went up against Kashmir Christabel. State policing will curb insecurity. That was the bane of contention, and Messi prevailed. In the quarterfinal, the brilliant Ayomide Oguneye was in front of her. The topic on that occasion, Nigeria must embrace genetically modified foods to attain food sufficiency. After a grueling battle, once again, Eyitola Mercy Ajekigbe prevailed. And for that reason, she ends her spot on the hot seat in the first of 2 semi-final debates tonight.
That's right. Adio Afolarin is 15, the last man standing and sole representative remaining in this competition, sole representative of Ikorodu Senior High School. He's in SS3. I can imagine the amount of pressure that he is under, but how he performs remains to be seen.
Young man is poker face.
He is poker face, but I can tell, I can see in his eyes the anxiety. Don't worry, you'll be fine. You've done this 4 times already. Anyway, in the playoffs, he beat his opponent, Okoye Christabel, when they went head-to-head on the topic. Civil servants' children should be mandated to study in Nigeria. In the round of 16, Afolarin Adio also beat his opponent, Uduehi Bolaji, who, by the way, was a brilliant and formidable opponent on that day. They both debated the topic. Minimum wage increment is unrealistic at this time. And in the quarterfinals, he met another formidable opponent, Abolaji Adeshina Mufida. They went head-to-head on the topic. Citizens should be allowed to bear arms. Well, that went to Adio Afolarin, and that is why he is seated here today for this match.
All right, now you've met the contestants. Let's say welcome to you, Afolarin. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, sir.
You're ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as we normally do, usually this is where we perform the rituals, but the rituals had already been performed.
Indeed.
Yes. So you both know where you will be arguing from. Who's opposing and who is supporting?
Opposing.
Okay.
I'm supporting.
So Messi is supporting. And
Mercy is opposing the motion.
I'm supporting.
Okay,
fantastic.
Good. Polari is supporting. You know how that is going to go. You get to start. First off, though, a quick reminder. There's something hitting. I don't know. I got to turn off the microphone of one of you. Okay, it's your mic.
Yeah, try not to rock the chair so much, okay?
Yes. Okay, guys, remember the rules of the contest. You'll each get 3 rounds the presentation round, the rebuttal round, and the closing round. 3 minutes for each. Pay close attention to your rebuttal rounds. Chances are, if you pay rapt attention to your opponent during the presentation round, you'll be able to come up with points you can rebut. If you do not have enough to rebut and you have more time left, you can add to your original points, perhaps points you had wanted to make in your presentation rounds and you ran out of time to do, or certain points you have for your closing round that you feel you may not have enough time. Let me bring one or two and make it now. Those will count as well. Remember that the judges are listening and they will be awarding you points based on the number, the quality, and originality of every unique point you make. They'll also judge your style based on the clarity of thought and eloquence of presentation. If after the 3 rounds you are tied, it rarely happens, but there is a likelihood. We've seen one contest that was within 0.5 or just 1,
Indeed.
something like that. If you're both tied, you'll engage in a tiebreaker round. For that tiebreaker round, you will switch sides. You will have 5 minutes, 1 shot to argue the position previously argued by your opponent, and that will be that. Is that clear, both of you?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant.
Fantastic. You've met the debaters, you've met the judges. It is now time for these youngsters to debate. The topic for this hour is PDP's 16 years in government did more harm to Nigeria than the APC's last 8 years. The PDP's 16 years in government did more harm to Nigeria than the APC's last 8 years. These young stars, Ajekigbe Mercy Eyitola 14 and Adio Afolarin 15, know the topic. They know the sides that they will debate. Now, all that is left to do is debate. We'll take a short break. When we come back, you'll hear the opening rounds from the motion supporter, Adio Afolarin. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Join the live streams to follow this debate that will be keenly contested. Stay here.
Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ Season 7 has entered the penultimate phase with 4 debaters standing. Lagos, Nigeria, meet your semi-finalists. Ajekigbe Mercy will face Adio Afolarin at 4 p.m. on Thursday. They will debate the topic. The PDP's 16 years in government did more harm to Nigeria than the APC's last 8 years. And at 5 o'clock, Ibitare Marvelous Kuku and Adikbetu Adenike will square up to each other on the topic. The Nigerian police force should be banned from wielding heavy weapons. I am Yvonne Okhaifo. Join Femi, Obong-Daniels and me from 4 p.m. on Thursday to catch the action. I Beg to Differ Season 7. 32 debaters, now 4. 1 winner, 1 million naira. Sponsored by May Brands, supported by Obiwizi and Just Food. For sponsorship, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, a tournament of champions.
It is now time, indeed, for the semi-final of Season 7's I Beg to Differ Students' Debate.
That's right. The motion supporter is 15-year-old Adio Afolarin, the last representative of Ikorodu Senior High School still in the competition. He is in SS3. He is the motion supporter. The motion is the PDP's 16 years in government did more harm to Nigeria than the APC's last 8 years. Adio Afolarin, you now have 3 minutes to open your argument, and those 3 minutes start now.
The People's Democratic Party, PDP 16 years in government, indeed did more harm to Nigeria than the All Progressives Congress last 8 years. On that note, my moderator and educators, good day. Problem is, I'll the reasons why PDP 16 years in government did more harm to Nigeria than APC's last 8 years. To start with corruption, the reputation of PDP's governance was tarnished by widespread corruption, injuring Nigeria's development and eroding public trust. The African Development Bank is estimated that Nigeria lost $6 billion annually to corruption between 2006 and 2013, with attacks intensifying under PDP's rule. Furthermore, security challenges. The PDP saying also a rise in insurgency, with Boko Haram becoming a significant threat. The Boko Haram insurgency led to over 37,000 deaths and displaced more than 2.4 million Nigerians between 2009 and 2015, with attacks intensified under PDP's governance. Furthermore, economic decline. The PDP's policies contributed to economic downturns and recessions during this period. The PDP's recession also, Nigeria also experienced 3 recessions during PDP's tenure, including the severe recession of 2016, which saw a GDP contraction of 1.6%. Apart from that, electricity crisis. Despite promises to improve power supply, PDP failed to address the challenges facing the power sector, which led to persistent power shortages in destroying the industrial growth and development of Nigeria's power sector. Nigeria's power sector also lost $40 billion to corruption, vandalism and inefficiency during PDP's rule. Further exacerbating the energy crisis. In addition to my point, inadequate healthcare. Under PDP's rule, healthcare infrastructure was poorly maintained, contributing to limited access to healthcare services under PDP's rule. Nigeria had only one doctor for every 5,000 people in 2015, well below the World Health Organization recommended ratio of one doctor for every 600 people, indicating a severe inadequacy in healthcare resources. Furthermore, education system decline. Under PDP's rule, the educational sector suffered from neglect and underfunding, which impacted the quality of education. Nigeria's literacy rate, according to UNESCO, declined from 65% in 2003 to 59% in 2015 under PDP's rule. In addition to my post-electoral malpractice, the PDP administration was marred by allegations of electoral fraud and manipulation. The 2007 general elections were widely condemned as the most fraudulent in Nigeria's history, with widespread reports of vote rigging and manipulation. Apart from that, divisive politics. The PDP's governance failed ethnic and religious divisions, exacerbating tensions and conflicts within Nigerian society. According to the Global Terrorism Database, Nigeria experienced over 11,000 deaths from sectarian violence between 2000 and between the year 2000 and 2015 under PDP's governance. Apart from the lack of infrastructure investment, PDP's failure to invest in infrastructure in Nigeria's development, and Nigeria's infrastructure spending as a percentage of GDP decreased from 3.7% in 2005 to 2.5% in 2014 under PDP's governance. Lastly, foreign debt accumulation. PDP's borrowing without sustainable investment led to an increase in foreign debt burden. Nigeria's external debt increased by over 300% from $3.3 billion in 2006 to $11.4 billion in 2015 under the PDP's governance, raising concerns about their sustainability. Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
A warm round of applause would be in order. Thank you very much. So the presentation round for the motion supporter, Adio Afolarin, 15 years of age, SS3 student of Ikorodu Senior High School. The big question is, should PDP's, did the PDP 16 years in government do more harm to Nigeria than the APC's last 8 years? That's the question.
And now, the motion opposer, Ajekigbe Mercy Eyitola, 14-year-old student of Inglewood Academy, will get 3 minutes to answer the question. Eyitola, you have 3 minutes, and those 3 minutes start now.
My dear honorable honest and moderators, it will interest you to know that from the bustling streets of Lagos to the serene shores of Calabar, Nigeria bears witness to the stark rallies of APC's governors. 8 years marked by economic downturns, social unrest, shattered hopes, and a widened gap of inequality, overshadowing every progress made during the PDP tenure. Moderators, panel of judges, acquaintance and keeper, honorable contender, ladies and gentlemen, good day. I am Ajekigbe Eyitola from Inglewood Academy, and I am here to oppose the motion that PDP 16 years of government did more harm to Nigeria than APC's last 8 years. Firstly, economic recession. Nigeria experienced its worst economic recession in decades during the APC's tenure, with GDP contracting by 1.5% in 2016, according to the World Bank data. Secondly, poverty. During the APC's tenure, poverty levels increased with over 82 million Nigerians living in extreme poverty in 2020, according to the World Poverty Clock. Leading to my next point, diminished international standing. Nigeria's international standing suffered under the APC, with diminished diplomatic influences and credibility on the global stage. Furthermore, unemployment. Under APC, unemployment rose to 33.3% in quarter of 2022, compared to 23.1%. Compared to 20.1% in 2015 under PDP, according to the National Bureau of Statistics. Also, exchange rate stability. According to the Central Bank of Nigeria, Naira depreciated significantly under the APC from $1 to 199 Naira in 2015 to $1 to 518 Naira in 2022. In addition, debt burden. According to the World Bank, APC significantly increased Nigeria's debt burden, with external debt rising from $10.32 billion in 2015 to $113.42 billion in 2023. Leading to my next point, agricultural productivity. Despite initiatives like Anchor Borrowers Program, productivity growth slowed under APC compared to PDP's last 16 years. Data from the Food and Agricultural Organization highlight the deceleration in agricultural outputs. Undoubtedly, brain drain. According to the World Bank, Nigeria experienced a significant brain drain under APC, with many skilled professionals emigrating in search of better opportunities abroad. Nevertheless, education sector decline. Funding cuts and neglect of the education sector led to deteriorating standards and infrastructures in school. Besides that, Human Development Index, Nigeria's HDI showed significant improvements under PDP. With the country ranking 153rd in 2015 compared to a decline to 161st under APC in 2023, according to the United Nations Developmental Program. Leading to my next point, erosion of public trust. APC's governance failures eroded public trust in government institutions, undermining social cohesion and democratic governance. Moreover, foreign direct investment. According to Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission, PDP era saw a significant increase in FDI, with such average around $5.8 billion annually, whereas under APC, FDI plummeted to an average of $2.4 billion annually. Lastly, inflation rate. According to the Trade Economics, under PDP, inflation averaged around 11.6%, whereas under APC, it surged to an average of 15.7%. In conclusion, thank you.
And so the presentation rounds are done. And we've heard from these two young stars, 14-year-old Messi Eyitola Ajekigbe and 15-year-old Afolarin Adio. Messi is from Inglewood Academy, Ikorodu, and Afolarin is from Ikorodu Senior High School. It's an Ikorodu derby.
Ikorodu North versus Ikorodu South.
All right.
I'm sure the people of Ikorodu are proud, must be proud at this moment because they've got equal representatives.
As are we.
Interesting.
To be sure.
Let's take a short break, Lagos. When we come back, you will hear the rebuttal rounds of these debaters. We are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Like and share.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to turn up the heat this season on I Beg to Differ. For a moment, let us focus on Maybrands Nigeria. Maybrands is not just about watches. It is a fashion accessory store that celebrates your authenticity with elegance and timeless charm. Do you know that Maybrands Nigeria is the official Fossil watch store in Nigeria? As a recognized retailer of Fossil Group in Nigeria, we are officially authorized to carry the international brands such as Fossil, Michael Kors, Skagen, Emporio Armani, Armani Exchange, Diesel, and Casio. Each piece is not just a watch or an accessory, but a statement reflecting your unique taste. Maybrands Nigeria is easily accessible to you and your loved ones with 12 stores across Nigeria, including locations in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Kano, Uyo, and Delta. Whether you are treating yourself or searching for the perfect gift for that special person, Maybrands Nigeria is your destination for exquisite watches, bags, and accessories for male and female. Simply visit any Maybrands store or shop on our website at www.maybrands.com.ng. Send us a DM on all socials at Maybrands Nigeria or call us at 0816 387 6153. Take that again, 0816-387-6153 today. Let us be your plug for that special moment. Now, if you're a listener on the I Beg to Differ competition, then visit any of the outlets or the website and use the coupon code I Beg to Differ to get a 5% discount off all your purchases. Offer is valid till the 7th of March 2024.
Welcome back. This is semi-final day of I Beg to Differ Student Debate Season 7. On the hot seat for semi-final 1, young Messi Eyitola Ajekigbe, 14 years of age, of Inglewood Academy, Ikorodu, SS2. Our opponent, Adio Afolarin, 15 years of age, SS3 student of Ikorodu Senior High School. Topic: PDP's 16 years in government did more harm to Nigeria than the APC's last 8 years. Mercy is opposing that motion, which Afolarin is supporting. They've had their presentation rounds. To the rebuttal rounds, we now go.
That's right. And for this round, we will revert to the motion opposer. Eyitola, Mercy, you have 3 minutes now to pick your opponent's points apart. And those 3 minutes start right away.
Thank you, moderators. Opposite across the league or side, I still remain Ajekigbe Mercy Eyitola, and I still stand to say to demote the motion that PDP's 16 years of government did more harm to Nigeria than APC's last 8 years. Firstly, my opponent mentioned security challenges, also Boko Haram challenges. However, the insecurity in APC is more than insecurity in PDP. There are lots of cases of massacre, kidnappings, and even the Fulani herdsmen. Crimes and criminality now occurs in our society, and nowhere is safe anymore. And you can't even blame this. You can't even blame these citizens because an angry man is an angry man. Secondly, you said inadequate healthcare. That is not true. It is so sad that when you go to Nigerian hospitals today, there are inadequate healthcare facilities, and they are not even of good quality. And also, there are not enough medical practitioners in hospitals now. Why? Because they have all located to a different countries in search of better opportunities. You also mentioned divisive policies. The APC governance rules by a divide and rule policy. They create ethnic and religious tensions. You have seen it in past elections. Most people want to vote for people according in their tribe or their region or their religion, not caring. And this is what APC has caused in Nigeria. You also said lack of infrastructure developments under PDP. This is not true. Most of these infrastructure projects you have seen under PDP, or you have seen most of these infrastructure projects like Second Niger Bridge and even the Lagos-Ibadan Express were initiated by the PDP, but the APC government came in place and took the credit for it. In fact, there is no infrastructure project that was started and completed effectively by the APC. Either they were neglected, stalled, or they were not done properly well, leading to deteriorating roads in our country. You also say foreign debt accumulation under the PDP's regime. That is not true. Before under the PDP's regime, Nigeria's debt was totally cleared. But when the APC came to the picture, most of this debt started to pile up again. Now leading to $113.42 billion in 2023. You also said economic decline. That is not true. Under APC, according to the World Bank, GDP growth rates dropped from an average of 6.3% in 2004 to 2010 to an average of 2.3% in 2015 to 2020 under the APC's government. And now because of it is under the APC's government that the Japa syndrome started. Everybody wants to Japa. I want to Japa. You want to Japa. Why? Because of the economic crisis in our country. You also said education sector decline. That is not true. It is under the APC's rule that we have the longest strike in Nigeria, more than 1.5 months. And you are telling me that under the PDP there was education sector decline. There was not much. There was the strikes under PDP were not as much as the strikes under APC. You also said electoral malpractice. Wait, thank you.
Rebuttal round effectively over for Ajekigbe Mercy Eyitola. It's time now for our opponents to rebut her own presentation point.
That's right. Adio Afolarin, you have 3 minutes now to attack your opponent's point, and those 3 minutes start right away.
Opposite of that, my name is Adio Afolarin from the Contestant School. Support the motion of state. PDP 16 years in government did more to Nigeria and I hope APC's last 8 years. And I'm here to report my opponent's points. First of all, my opponent stated economic recession, and now APC's recession rate was higher than PDP's one. Well, actually, in actuality, that was not true because during PDP's tenure, Nigeria recorded a GDP growth rate of minus 1.58%. Tell me, within PDP's and APC's tenure, tell me how can a recession have minus digit in terms of GDP growth rate? Also, it stated poverty rate. Well, actually, under APC's tenure, Nigeria Nigeria had a poverty rate reduction of 10% compared to PDP's own, where there was actually nothing done under the tenure. Apart from that, you also stated unemployment. Well, actually, unemployment rate it was actually worse during PDP tenure compared to APC's own. APC actually had job creation systems and efforts compared to PDP's lack of access to employment. APC also recorded a decline in unemployment rate of 11%. Also, my opponent stated debt burden, and now PDP. And how a PDP had nothing in that debt burden. Actually, that was not true, because actually PDP's debt burden was actually up to $400 billion compared to APC's current state of $5 billion recovery. My opponent also stated education sector decline. Well, actually, under PDP's rule, Nigeria had 3 million out of school children compared to an APC's current one of 1.5 million. A 1.5 and half. The out of school children decreased by half in half the time. How can you tell me that APC now did worse than the PDP? Also, my opponent reported some of my points by saying the debt was totally cleared. Actually, much of the Nigerians' debt was carried from PDP's tenure down to APC's tenure, and APC had to increase the debt increasing in order to compensate for the budget deficit placed by PDP's tenure. Also, my opponent stated insecurity. Well, actually, can you believe that 276 Chibok girls were abducted during PDP's tenure and nothing was done about it, compared to APC, where they released more than half that number of girls, and they're still creating efforts to release these girls? So how come you tell me that APC's insecurity is worse than PDP's own? Well, my opponent also stated brain drain. Actually, in actuality, brain drain actually started during PDP's era, with more than 33,000 workers fleeing from Nigeria. That was what started the brain drain system in Nigeria. Also, my opponent stated eroding of public trust. Well, later it was built on PDP's bad foundation. According to surveys, Nigeria had little confidence in PDP at the end of PDP's tenure. That one made them to now have more confidence in APCs. Well, and because I increased borrowing to settle for the budget for deficit. Well, those are some of the points you made, and I was glad you to report them. Thank you.
Right. We'll give you a chance to catch your breath. And when we come back, you will close your arguments. Lagos, we are streaming live on Facebook. We're streaming live on YouTube as well. Like and share the streams. This is I Beg to Differ Season 7. We are in the semi-finals now. We'll take a short break and then return.
Lagos. If you've been thinking about getting a gadget upgrade, then you'll be interested in the info I'm about to give you, especially if you're trying not to break the bank in getting a brand new one. And the part that gets me is that their gadgets come with a warranty. Yes, I'm not joking, Lagos. Pre-owned gadgets with a warranty. Let me introduce you to Obiwizi, Nigeria's pioneer e-commerce platform for pre-owned gadgets with a warranty. Yes, here you can purchase all your favorite gadgets and quality accessories, both brand new and pre-owned. You can also trade in your older devices to get a newer model in a simple and convenient way. To crown it all, when you decide to sell off your device to meet that important cash obligation, Obiwizi is your guy. They've got you any day, anytime. So what are you waiting for? You can call 0813-943-5241. 0813-943-5241. For more updates, you can also follow their social media platforms on Instagram at ObiWeezyCare. That is in small letters OBIWEZYCARE, or on X at ObiWeezy. That is in small letters OBIWEZY. And they will definitely respond to your emails if you send them a message at info@obiweezy.com. That is info@obiweezy.com. With convenient offline and pickup stores in Ikeja, Lekki, Abuja, and Benin, Obiwizi delivers nationwide. Visit www.obiwizi.com today. That is www.obiwizi.com today, and upgrade your gadgets the easy way.
Welcome back, Lagos. This is I Beg to Differ Season 7. We are in the semi-finals now. The topic for this hour is the PDP's 16 years in government did more harm to Nigeria than the APC's last 8 years. The motion supporter is Adio Afolarin, 15 years old, a representative of Ikorodu Senior High School. The motion opposer is Ajekigbe Mercy Eyitola, 14 years old, a representative of Inglewood Academy, Ikorodu as well. We've heard the presentation and rebuttal rounds. It is now time for these young ones to close their arguments. And for this round, we will revert to the motion supporter, Adio Afolarin. You have 3 minutes now to rest your case, and those 3 minutes start right away.
All protocol delay observed. My name is Adio Afolarin from Ikodu Senior School. Supporting motion states PDP years in comment did more harm to Nigeria than APC's last 8 years. To start to my closing argument, these are my closing arguments. Firstly, rising poverty levels. Despite economic growth, poverty remained high, indicating wealth inequality and lack of inclusive development under PDP's tenure. According to the Nigerian Living Standards Survey, Nigeria's poverty rate increased from 54% in 2004 to 68% in 2010 under PDP's tenure. Apart from that, decline in agricultural productivity. Agriculture, a key sector, also suffer from neglect and lack of investment during PDP's tenure. According to the World Bank, the agricultural sector's contribution to Nigeria's GDP declined from 42% in 2010 to 24% in 2015 under PDP's tenure. Furthermore, human rights abuses. The PDP's administration was criticized for human rights violations during its tenure, including extrajudicial killings, arbitrary arrests, and suppression of dissenting voices. The Human Rights Watch documented numerous cases of human rights violations during PDP's tenure. For example, the crackdown on the Islamic movement in Nigeria, it led to hundreds of deaths and injuries in 2015. Apart from that, lack of accountability. The PDP's government was characterized by lack of transparency and accountability, with little oversight of government spending and impunity for corrupt practices. Nigeria ranked 136 out of 168 countries in Transparency International's Corruption Perception Index, indicating a lack of transparency and accountability during PDP's tenure. Furthermore, environmental degradation. The PDP's governance prioritized short-term gain over environmental sustainability, leading to widespread pollution and environmental degradation. Nigeria lost over 95% of the original forest cover due to deforestation between the year 2000 and 2015. Exacerbating environmental degradation and biodiversity loss. Furthermore, loss of investor confidence. PDP's government failures and corrupt practices deterred foreign investment and damaged Nigeria's reputation. Nigeria's foreign direct investment inflows declined by over 30%, from $3.3 billion, $8.9 billion in 2008 to $5.6 billion in 2015 during PDP's tenure. Apart from that, social polarization. PDP's policies often exacerbated social division and inequalities, leading to social unrest. The Gini coefficient, a measure of income inequality, increased from 0.41 in 2004 to 0.49 in 2015, leading to concerns about social unrest and polarization. Furthermore, weak regulatory framework. PDP's policies PDP failed to enact and enforce effective regulations, leading to widespread violation and abuse. Nigeria ranked 146 out of 190 countries in the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business Index, indicating a weak regulatory environment under the PDP's rule. With this point, I believe I'll be able to let you understand that PDP's 16 years in government definitely, undoubtedly, and absolutely led to more harm to Nigeria than APC's last 8 years. Thank you.
Right, and so he rests his argument, leaving room for his opponent, Ajekigbe Mercy Eyitola, to rest hers as well. The topic remains: the PDP's 16 years in government did more harm to Nigeria than the APC's last 8 years. Mercy, your 3 minutes start now.
Thank you, moderators. I still mean Ajekigbe Eyitola, and I still the more demotion. PDP 16 years of government did more harm to Nigeria than APC's last 8 years. To begin with, infrastructure decay. Many infrastructural projects initiated by the PDP were neglected or stalled under the APC's rule, leading to deteriorating roads, inadequate health facilities, and power outrages. Secondly, security challenges. APC's handling of security issues, including Boko Haram insurgency and farmer to elder conflicts, led to widespread loss of lives and insecurity. Furthermore, corruption. Despite anti-corruption rhetoric, APC's tenure was marred by corruption scandals, including mismanagement of public funds and mismanagement of public funds. Also, social welfare deficiencies. APC's government failed to implement adequate social welfare programs to support vulnerable populations, leading to exacerbating poverty and inequality in the nation. Moreover, in addition, ease of doing business. Nigeria's ranking in the world's ease of doing business declined under the APC compared to the PDP's last 16 years. This indicates the worsening business regulatory environment and investor confidence. Moreover, rule of law. PDP's tenure witnessed greater adherence to the rule of law and support of respect to human rights compared to the instances of erosion of democratic institutions and human rights abuses under the APC's rule. Leading to my next point, human rights abuses. According to the Amnesty International, human rights abuses prevailed under the APC's rule, including extrajudicial killing and crackdown on freedom of expression. Undoubtedly, electoral irregularities. PDP APC's tenure was marred by allegations of electoral malpractice, electoral fraud, and voters intimidation, undermining democratic principles and election principles. In addition, banking sector reforms. The banking sector reforms from 2011 to 2004 to 2009 enhances presidential performance in the banking sector of the country and the financial system stability in the country under the PDP's rule. Lastly, social media reform. Under PDP's governance, Nigeria press freedom saw an improvement ranking relatively higher in the Press Freedom Index. According to Reporters Without Borders, under APC, Nigeria Freedom Press ranking dropped from 101st in 2015 to 120th in 2023. Thank you.
All right.
Oh dear. What a debate.
Yeah. Well, and what an interesting finish.
Indeed.
Sometimes a little shaky here and there, but just enough to get these two youngsters over the finish line. We'd like to say congratulations to both of you for the effort put forth.
Indeed.
For all the time spent preparing. A special thanks to your parents and your teachers for helping you prepare to come here and debate. You've done your part. It's now in the hands of the judges now.
Indeed. Lagos, we are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Join the live streams, like and share. This debate has been between 14-year-old Ajekigbe Mercy Eyitola, a student of Inglewood Academy, Ikorodu, and Adio Afolarin, 15 years old, also a student of a school in Ikorodu, precisely Ikorodu Senior High School. So either way, a representative from Ikorodu will emerge as the finalist from this match today. Either way, however way it goes, one person from here, a representative of Ikorodu, will advance to the finals. I'm sure the people of Ikorodu must be proud.
Most definitely. We'll take one final break before we end everything about this first debate and decide or see what the judges decide.
By the way, we've got polls up on Twitter and on YouTube. Go and vote for your candidates. Go to Facebook and YouTube, and I beg your pardon, go to X and YouTube to vote for your preferred candidates whom you believe will win this tournament. After the judges' results, we will announce the poll results as well.
All of that right after this short timeout.
Back at you with some news that you can use. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you are out there and you are a fan of the sweet things, I'm talking ice cream, but you know that you are lactose intolerant. Indeed, more than 70% of people who are black have been said to be lactose intolerant. So I am likely talking to somebody who needs the information that I'm dropping on them. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Just the Light non-dairy ice cream. This is Nigeria's first plant-based ice cream suitable for individuals who are lactose intolerant and those who just want to indulge. Yes, this is for you. It is conveniently available at all major supermarkets and stores nationwide. Manufactured and distributed by Just Food Limited, Just the Light non-dairy ice cream can be purchased online at www.justfood.ng. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are you waiting for? Go out there, get yourself a piece of this sweetness, and welcome to the lactose intolerant side of life.
Welcome back, Lagos. The judges are still collating their results, but we can use the opportunity to make a few points.
Yeah,
Femi.
most certainly. But there's certain things you notice. Let me start by saying well done, both of you. I still expected a bit more clarity of presentation, particularly with regards to you, Afolarin. You get better every time. But there's something that kind of makes me feel like, in your last debate, where it could be my subconscious. I kind of feel that you're slightly stronger. Maybe you had more prep time, or maybe something of the sort. You're going to say?
Just preparation.
Preparation. You had more prep time then. Preparation was stronger. You started a little subdued, kind of, but you picked up as you went on. Be careful of words like tenure. It's not tenure. Do you understand? It's tenure. And you too. Mercy, what happened in your closing round? It's like you kind of went into a loop.
The nerves just came.
And you were struggling to get out of it. And you were just, you lost considerable time because you struggled a bit. Yes, you still managed to make your points, but clearly those seconds are ebbing away,
Yes.
are giving you more time.
Yes, I also take note, it's rhetoric, not rhetoric.
No,
okay?
not rhetoric.
Rhetoric. And I'd also just like to add that I am proud of how far you've come. You've really improved, and that is something to be proud of. However, whichever way this debate goes today, okay? You've really improved from the playoffs to the round of 16. It's almost like you went home, dusted yourself, watched yourself, and then improved. It is beautiful to see. Sitting here today, watching you and listening to you has been perhaps the proudest moment of this show for me. I am proud because you really are the underdog. You came from there and you are here now. That is something to be proud of.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well done.
The judges have made up their mind. They've scored already. It doesn't matter what we say. But yes, I think the improvement is for both of you. I mean, both of you have been awesome going forward. Please, Mercy, and I noticed this before. In your last debate, you had made the same mistake, but I had forgotten to mention it. Be careful when you use, in your use of links, going from one idea to another. Be careful, don't use nevertheless, unless you are contrasting.
Okay, sir.
Okay, do moreover, furthermore,
Yes,
along the same lines, in a similar vein. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Additionally, also, that you have enough. But once you do, nevertheless, it means you are trying to say the opposite of what you just said. Do you understand? So
Right.
Be wary of it.
Right. We have to take a short break to pay a few bills. When we come back, we'll take the results, Lagos. Stay here.
The money that's spent on advocating increase in tax, like putting up banners, ads, and billboards, the money can be used to improve services that would prove to us that it is justified for them to increase the tax.
Government increases tax of high income earners. It's said to be key funds in investments because these people earn more yet they pay less, which shouldn't be. In conclusion, I feel
turns your meals into a masterpiece.
Unwrap joy, unleash taste. Hey, come cook with Terra Cubes. Come cook with Terra.
Ramadan, the holy month, is here. A time for spiritual reflection, a period of self-improvement, an opportunity for complete devotion and worship. Nigeria Info brings you The Light, a daily program that features teachings of Islam, answers to questions about certain practices in the religion, and loads of giveaways. The Light, sponsored by Lotus Bank on Nigeria Info, comes up daily at 4 a.m. in the month of Ramadan. For sponsorship and gift donation, please call 0805 581 5844. That is 0805 581 5844. Or send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. The Light, brought to you by Lotus Bank. Ramadan Mubarak.
Mom's love is pure. It flows, no, she does. Mom's special jollof. It's a smile on your face. Mom's you'll be fine. Cheers you up. Mom tasty stew. Nourishes the family. Golden Terra oil. Tasty. Golden Terra oil. Nourishing. Golden Terra oil. Golden Terra soya oil.
Golden Terra Oil helps mom pour her love in the tasty, nourishing meals she cooks for her family. Golden Terra Oil, pour pure love.
Ramadan, the holy month, is here. A time for spiritual reflection, a period of self-improvement, an opportunity for complete devotion and worship. Nigeria Info brings you The Light, a daily program that features teachings of Islam, answers to questions about certain practices in the religion, and loads of giveaways. The Light, sponsored by Lotus Bank on Nigeria Info, comes up daily at 4 a.m. in the month of Ramadan. For sponsorship and gift donation, please call 0805 581 5844. That is 0805 581 5844. Or send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. The Light, brought to you by Lotus Bank. Ramadan Mubarak.
Go for gold. Terra Gold Cube. The amazing seasoning cube. So when you're cooking your delicious meals, don't compromise. Go for gold. Go for gold.
Rich, consistent taste for cooking mouth-watering soups, stews, and jollof. Choose wisely. Choose Gold. Terra Gold Seasoning Cube.
One cube, endless possibilities. Terra Gold.
Welcome back. This is I Beg to Differ Season 7. It is decision time. Before we went on the break, you heard Ajekigbe, Mercy, Eyitola, and Adio Afolarin go toe-to-toe on the topic. The PDP's 16 years in government did more harm to Nigeria than the APC's last 8 years. It is now time to find out who takes this round.
I'd like to start straight away with the scorecard of the Chief Judge, Judge Chike Mbadije, for the presentation rounds. Afolarin, 20. Mercy, 32.5. Rebuttal round. Afolarin, 6.5. Mercy, 11. Closing round. Afolarin, 9.5 points. Mercy, 8 points. Style, you're tied at 7 apiece for a total of 43 rounds, 43 points to Afolarin, Adio, and 58.5 points to Mercy, Eyitola, Ajekigbe.
On Judge Ufoma's scorecard, he awards 20 points to Afolarin for presentation and 30 points to Mercy. For rebuttals, 8.5 points to Afolarin and 13.5 points to Mercy. For closing, 16 points to Afolarin and 12.5 points to Mercy. For style, 6 points to Afolarin and 7 points to Mercy, with a total of 50.5 points to Afolarin and 63 points to Mercy.
And straight to George Ishoma Ahaine's scorecard I go. For the presentation rounds, Afolarin, 19 points. Mercy, 31 points. Rebuttal rounds, Afolarin, 7 points. Mercy, 10 points. Closing rounds, Afolarin, 8 points. Mercy, 10 points. For style, Afolarin, 6 and Mercy, 7. For a total of 40 points to Afolarin and 58 points to Mercy.
And now to the last scorecard, Judge Ama's scorecard. She awards 22 points to Afolarin for presentation and 30 points to Mercy for presentation. For rebuttal, 9 points to Afolarin and 13 points to Mercy. For closing, 13 points to Adio Afolarin and 12 points to Mercy. And for style, 6 points to Adio and 7 points to Mercy, with a total of 50 points to Adio and 62 points to Mercy.
The verdict is out and it is unanimous. The winner of this semi-final debate and the first person to qualify for a final spot in season 7 of I Beg to Differ Students Debate by a total point haul of 241.5 points to our opponent's 183.5 points. The winner, Ajekigbe, Mercy, Eyitola. Congratulations, Mercy.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations to you, Mercy. As I said earlier, you've really shown that you can improve. You've really shown that you take the lessons you're taught to heart, and that has so far shown in your presentation, in your debate from the quarterfinals up to this point. I must say that I am proud of you. I am proud because in the playoffs you did not seem as sure of yourself or as confident as you are now. Likewise in the round of 16, but in the quarterfinals and in this debate today, you showed yourself strong. And to think that you're just 14 years old, I mean, congratulations to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And to you, Adio Afolarin, you're still in the competition, so you need not worry, you need not feel bad. What you can do, however, is learn from your performance today, okay? You're still coming back to fight for third place. The winner, the third place finisher, gets 250,000 naira plus a host of other interesting, amazing prizes. So you are not out of the competition. In addition to that, you have already qualified for the nationals, okay? Coming up later in the year. So do not fret. In fact, you should be proud, because no other representative of Ikorodu Senior High School has made it this far.
And proud indeed you should be. Well done. Well done. Well done to you, Adio Afolarin. You've been impressive, and I have no doubt that you'll be fine. You'll continue to do well. Today was just not that day.
Indeed.
But you showed enough quality. Thank you very much for gracing our studio. We look forward to seeing you in the third place final on Monday.
Stay behind Mercy so that you can determine what side you'll debate. Now to the polls on YouTube and on X. 68% voted for Mercy to win, and 32% voted for Adio Afolarin to win. And on X, 56% voted for 56.8% voted for Mercy, and 43.2% voted for Adio Afolarin.
Wouldn't we say Adio should wait too? He still has one more
He still
debate
has, yes.
to go.
So both of you have to wait behind, okay?
To know the topic
That's
and,
right.
of course, the position. Thank you very much. We take a break, Lagos. When we return, please maintain. Yeah, okay, good. We take a break. When we return, it will be time for the second semi-final debate. Don't go anywhere. It's about to get really, really hot in here.
Lifting the nation through information.
Is it appropriate for a policeman to be searching through somebody's phone?
No, it is wrong.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens.